name this time?
You don't have to.
Well, it sort of, you know, if people see it, it's nice to have that last name so they can look on the website.
Oh yeah, so you want to sell some guitars?
Well, they can buy something for me that...
No, I don't. Actually, I know that for a fact. Take one.
My name is Matt Rubendahl. I am a classical guitar maker here in Brooklyn, New York. We're in my shop right now.
Go get it, too.
My name is Matt. I'm a classical guitar maker in Brooklyn, but I am also an amateur chef. And today I'm going to show you how to make some food.
Oh, hey, Matt.
Hey, Sam. I just tuned up the guitar for you.
Oh, did you make this guitar?
I did.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Did Brian buy it from you?
He did.
What did he do here? He fucked it up, huh?
A little bit, yeah.
Why did you do that?
He dropped it.
You dropped this guitar?
No, bro, because it's a shitty guitar.
Asshole. I'm just kidding.
I know you're kidding.
I'm enthralled with Matt Rubendahl, who happens to be bald. Today we'll make cassoulet. We're gonna chop some carrots, we're gonna shred some parsley, we're gonna bone a duck. We're not gonna bone a duck. You bone a duck. We're gonna fry a duck in its own fat, and then we're gonna boil some beans and make a soup, and then we're gonna talk about Mira's love life and the other Matt Grady, our producer's recent divorce. And why aren't we drinking more now?
We're going to the bar right.
No, but we should have an open bottle of wine.
I know.
Tell us about Sam, for God's sake.
Sam's an artist, and he lives in Texas.
Where in Texas?
I don't know where he's.
When we worked together when you had a guitar store.
We did?
I was your employee at Rivington Guitars.
You were?
Yes, I was.
I totally forgot that.
Yeah.
Did I pay you?
Very small amount of money. I make pinch pots and other art products.
Which you can find in the Whitney.
At the Whitney gift shop.
Right.
While supplies last.
Nice.
So.
We're getting some duck to start with, breasts.
Fresh or frozen?
Fresh duck, actually.
And it comes with the leg on it?
It comes with a leg on it, breast and leg.
Why aren't we getting a whole duck, Matt?
Because then we'd have to butcher a whole duck.
You're not capable of something like that?
No. Let's do a ½ pound of pancetta.
Half pound?
Yep.
One chunk?
One chunk, yeah.
A chunk? It comes in chunks is how pancetta comes?
Well, you can get it, it's rolled, so you can get it sliced if you want to.
Entertainment is really an important part of our culture.
That's what people do all night.
And education, Matt. You're teaching people how to make cassoulet.
It's true.
Cassoulet.
Does cassoulet have cat in it? Yeah.
This is the shoulder.
That's the shoulder.
Shoulder.
Okay.
Has the skin on it.
Skin on it,
Oh.
okay.
We got the Boston board, which is a
And-
part of the shoulder too.
Let's just cut that front
This
part.
piece?
Yep, yep, perfect.
You got turtles.
Yeah, we got turtles, rattlesnake.
People buy a lot of the rattlesnakes? Really?
Did you know that a turtle can breathe out its own asshole? Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
I can do that too.
And so can Matt.
Does he,
Like
trotters?
trotters.
Mhm.
Look,
It's a Bigfoot.
yeah.
Yeah.
Why don't we get one of these?
You can also eat them. Because, you know, I think people get a little weird when they recognize the animal. I
But-
like them. They're actually quite
But the
good.
truth is we're eating an animal.
We are.
Like several.
We are.
I mean, how many
A
animals?
farm's full of animals. Hey, Brian, you got the money?
Somebody has the
Not me.
We turned Matt's mic back on if you want to like that.
My hand.
No, because it's about your own insecurity.
We're in Red Hook, Brooklyn at a great wine store called Botta Divino. And we're here to try and pick out some wines or get some advice on wines for our cassoulet. And I am here with Mira.
My background is in food and design, and I like food. I like cooking it. I like talking to people about it. I like knowing about it.
And she's here to advise in a professional capacity.
And to be made fun of.
Yes.
That's
What's your dating life like?
Are you single? Are you dating anybody?
Matt Grady's recently divorced too, a producer on the show.
Matt's single.
Maybe, what kind of guy are you looking for, Matt?
I think I'm looking at him.
Probably.
Let's go inside.
All right.
I'm not a wine expert, but Cassoulet is fatty and a little bit heavy, so I would think something maybe a little bit acidic.
I'm looking for someone with alcohol in it. I think something red.
Can I hold the cat?
That cat's an asshole.
I just want to film
It is.
Okay.
Hey, what's this? Kitty.
Sounds promising.
It says baked casserole on it.
I think that counts as a cassoulet.
Right?
Let's get that one. Is it really expensive? It looks good.
22. It's $22.
What's your rule of thumb when you buy wine for a price point?
I buy really cheap wine, but I think there's something to be said for a $150 bottle of wine. You can really you can taste the difference.
To me, it's kind of like food in New York. I think cheap eats are amazing, and really, really high-end expensive food is amazing. The stuff in the middle is.
I don't know. I mean, could you tell a difference if you didn't know it?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, because I think a really good older wine tells much more of a detailed story.
You're making that up.
No, I'm not.
Okay. When I actually buy wine to cook with, I don't actually buy the cheapest crap I can get. I actually buy something that you'd want to drink.
That's my rule of thumb as well.
Because if it's also turned wine, I hate using that because if it doesn't taste good, why do you want to put it in food?
Right. So I also don't go for anything sweet.
Right.
Because we're going to reduce it a little bit,
Sure.
and that's just going to intensify the flavors.
Maybe next show we need a sommelier.
Capacity with our.
Nice.
Shit.
Wait.
Don't hit the boom, asshole.
You have a green thumb, Matt?
Well, look at my tomato plants. They're monstrous.
Did the canoe really just wash up here after?
Yeah, no, it came
Yes.
right over the roof. I don't know if you know, it was
Really
about
high.
a 30-foot surge.
You're lying.
Yes.
So,
No, we used to have a community garden, and we all had garden plots in there for a long, long time before Red Hook became a little more gentrified and crowded than it is. So we sort of just moved the garden here. So we just grow vegetables here for the garden or for the restaurant, and then a place to hang out.
We can fry them up. They'll be a little acidic, and a nice foil for the cassoulet, which is fatty and heavy. And
Doesn't that make it heavy?
No.
Are you putting heavy with heavy because you're having fried with that?
so if they're fried correctly, they're not fatty because the right temp, you're actually just heating things really rapidly, and it's not soaking up the oil. So the acid in the tomatoes will be a nice juxtaposition.
Our goal of this show should be to get Mira laid.
She doesn't want to get
Yeah.
laid, she wants a date.
Did my parents plant someone here?
Yeah, your parents requested that I be here.
I'm getting more coffee.
you got something in your ear.
We're at Grand Army Plaza, the farmer's market here, and we bought, these are leeks. These are carrots,
Right there, it was so.
parsley, my idea, garlic, onion.
Right, what's the bread for?
What's the bread I think is for breadcrumbs
Yeah.
and snacks. And then I bought a bunch of different kinds of apples, and the first one is slightly disappointing, but I'm here to make cassoulet with my friends Matt, my new friend Mira, who won't give me her telephone number.
And
which
that's
is fine.
weird because she's single, right?
Yeah,
She's not dating anybody.
it's my understanding. She is not dating anyone.
You know what, Matt? You know the places around there.
No, I know a place is better, but
Hey, Matt, tell us where we are and why we're here.
We are
on camera.
which one?
Anyway,
We are in the main Tackle Bar in Red Hook, Brooklyn. A bar, obviously, that I've been to a couple times.
I don't know.
Friends here. We were sober and it was boring, so we decided to drink and then girlfriends on me.
You smoke a ton of dope and you don't fuck your husband?
I would fuck my husband,
Why?
but he's lazy.
Maybe you need to wear like fancier underwear.
I'm not sure I make it all the time, and I like make announcements. I'm like, I'm naked
That
again.
you rub on him.
I mean,
Sure, you're clean.
I'm always clean.
I'm just. I mean, like, I'm asking you how long it was since you last had sex.
Oh, he's full of shit. He does all the time.
He has sex all the time.
Yeah, he does.
He just likes
complains
to
about
complain.
it. He does just
what
like
is
to
today?
complain.
He just doesn't have as much sex.
Thursday
as
night.
he likes.
Thursday night? Fuck you.
Yeah,
It's been
fuck
more than a
you.
month for
Yeah,
me.
me too.
No, say like, you
You scoundrel!
That was good. That was
Okay,
good.
there were Mary's like a third generation bar owner, fourth generation bar owner, which is pretty impressive. There is a bar in the town in Ireland counties.
Donegal?
County, right near Dingleberry.
Seriously.
Seriously.
No.
Yeah.
Barry, why aren't you in Berlin?
Because I hate the Germans.
Fuck the Germans, huh?
Right in the mouth. But I like their beer.
How would you fuck the Germans in the mouth, like in detail?
Take their teeth out.
The current landlords are not going to renew the lease because they want to put some kind of, what do they want to put in here?
Who the hell knows? A thong shop or something?
A thong shop.
Or maybe hats and dildos? I have 3 years to piss everybody off and have less friends than I do now.
How many do you have now?
It's actually true.
Really?
These 4. I lost a thumb in the war, so...
But it's a French dish made with beans, meat, pork, and duck. You've had piss.
I have?
You have.
It was delicious. I remember now. It was really fucking awesome.
Everyone in the neighborhood sort of gets a nickname. I'm a guitar man.
Why are you called Guitar Man?
Well, just because of the guitar thing.
I thought you were a cook.
No,
Isn't
actually.
this show about cooking?
Yeah.
So what's this guitar thing?
I know. We explained that earlier in the thing where I'm like, I'm actually a guitar maker, but I'm an amateur chef. But I'm making a show about it's stupid. I don't know. He was Carl, and everyone called him Hot Carl.
Was he hot?
No, I think a Hot Carl is a. Yeah.
It's a sex thing.
What
Yes.
is it? Let's hear.
I don't know what it is, really.
Is it like a dirty Sanchez?
It's not a dirty Sanchez.
Or a rusty trombone?
So Barry gave him the nickname Horsecock Carl, since he hated Hot Carl so much. How could anyone complain if your nickname was Horsecock Carl?
He was hung like a donkey.
Really?
He was hung like a donkey.
Do donkeys have really big dicks?
If you say so.
Have you guys been back here just playing buck the whole time?
The whole time.
Fucking fuck you up.
The birds. You guys gotta shoot the things that are flying.
We gotta do that.
Out of the way! Out of the way, Jason!
Have you ever completed duck?
I have, yes.
I would say that most people that I,
think
know
it
in
was
Red Hook
not a
are
great
good.
success, but yes.
What's that?
Well, I don't know. I don't know if I did it right. It's hard to tell.
I
Like,
think it's just basically 4 hours in the oven at medium low till the skin browns a lot. But the confit, all it means is you just take the duck, you put it in a giant jar, you cover the duck fat over
and
the,
all of the fat renders out,
and then it fills up, and then it covers the duck, and then you can keep the duck stored.
it's like braising the duck in its own fat.
Yeah.
What is your favorite meal?
Oh jeez, I don't know. I like turkey sandwiches
You do
with
love
cheddar.
dick, don't you?
I do a little.
Dick sandwiches.
Yeah, a little cock every
Yeah.
now and then. Yeah, it's not so bad.
Yeah.
For the show!
You guys got everybody?
Cheers, fame and cheers.
Cassoulet.
I had 5 drinks. Matthew Rubendahl is not a chef at all, but Matthew Rubendahl is making cassoulet today, and Matthew Rubendahl is making cassoulet today. Tonight.
You haven't figured this out how professional we are by now?
Scene 21, Cassoulet. Nice. Take 1.
Castle, or what are we making? Duck confit.
Cassoulet.
Right. Duck confit, a way of making duck by salting, preserving it, and cooking it in its fat. It's an ancient way of cooking, not ancient, but it's an old school way of preserving meats without a fridge pre-electricity.
But it's stored in fat because as long as you don't allow oxygen to get to something, so that's why we can things, right?
Stop fucking with the beans. They're like all over the sound, you stupid asshole. Alright, go.
This feels so good.
I know. You normally use salt, pepper, and herbs. In this case, we just use salt because Brian is lazy.
It's always a good idea to salt meat. When in doubt,
You like to salt meat.
I do like to salt meat.
We're going to wash the salt off the meat, cook it, heat it up on the stove, and then put it in the oven for a few hours to cook. So,
How many? Like 3 hours?
Oh, about 275 for about 3 hours, I say.
That's to encourage the fat to leave.
It's encouraged fat to leave without burning because it's very easy to burn duck.
All right, let's start.
Did you wash your hands?
Yes.
After you went to the toilet?
Yes.
You did not.
I did, actually. In the bathroom.
I didn't.
Just as a general aside, too, with all meat, everything you cook from steaks to chicken to whatever should be warmed up to room temperature. I think it's actually the thing that people make the biggest mistake in is when they cook, is that they don't, like if you take a steak and you try and cook it, that's cold or out of the fridge, you actually steam it and you never cook it.
No oil, no butter, nothing.
No.
Why?
Because duck
has enough
Beautiful
fat.
duck.
The awesome part of duck is that it creates tons of its own oil.
Oh. Like a self-lubricating.
Like something that sits and floats in the water all day. Yes, oily.
So that won't ruin the pan? I was told if you don't use any oil, it will ruin a pan. I've ruined pans.
No, well, not with the...
Who told you that? Your ex-wife?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, well, see what good it did you, huh?
In the oven at 275.
Turn and look at the camera.
I'm going to put it in
I'm
the
not
oven
gonna fucking tell you
at 275 for about 3 hours until you render most of the fat out of it and it's cooked.
You hear the duck?
It's going to be so gross. I just like to crisp the skin up. You can throw this right in the oven right away, but I'm going to crisp the skin up just a little bit. Keep it skin side up. I'm going to throw it in the oven. I'm going to put the lid on and let it set for a few hours.
Oh my
and
God.
we're going to check it out.
You sound like a cooking show.
That sounds good.
Right now we're just prepping to cook the beans, and when we do it, we're going to do a quick cook of the beans. So we're going to boil them for 5 minutes or less and then let them soak for an hour if you have dried beans. It's a quick way of doing beans.
That was good. Awesome.
You know what? I think we can also eyeball it generally.
Yeah.
Well,
It's like 2,000 or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm going to use 2 cups just as a general measure because I think 2 cups in most Western cooking is what just about everything.
So it's about 1,000 per
I
cup?
feel good about
I
it.
have an idea.
I think
why
it's
don't
more
you,
about
why don't
322
you,
per
why
cup.
don't you do it?
I will.
Yeah, you're gonna drink.
So,
we haven't been
You
drinking.
know how they do it in
Give
Texas?
us.
To life. What about our cameraman? He doesn't get one?
Ooh, this is going to remove my enamel.
Cheers.
I don't even know what
Oh, that is good.
It's very good, right? It's called.
I actually look for
called
both
hot
of
egg.
these.
That's
You and I are
Oh
just
my
going to
God.
I had a bean. You put a bean in
Oh,
my.
you swallowed it.
I had a bean.
It is 9.5 quarts.
9.5 quarts.
Very good.
How
I'm
many
going to
beans
use
in
about
that?
2 cups dry measure of beans.
You know how I know that? Because we're gonna have to buy one and cook in it and then return it because we don't have a second one of those to fake.
I'm trying. I'm trying.
We're going to heat this up for 5 minutes or less and then turn the heat off and then let it sit for an hour. Then after that we can use the beans in the cassoulet and
Look
then
at the camera.
cook much faster.
And then what do you do with this? Take them off individually?
You can smash it.
Smash it in the middle,
Smash it with your
just
hand.
like this. Yeah.
I mean,
Yes,
Like
that
that?
was perfect. With a knife.
That's what you would normally do, but you told me not to do that.
Well, you can do it with your hand too. I mean, you seem to have pretty strong hands.
Thanks, Matt.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
How
Do you want a massage or?
And so what we have here are the three basic things. So we have sausage, which is a sweet sausage. We have a pork shoulder, and then we have pancetta.
it's basically bacon, right?
Right.
It's been cured and rolled up.
No way.
Um,
Matt, you're using a knife that you made.
It is true. I did make the knife. And then I'm going to cut the fat and use it all in it because the fat is actually the best
Delicious.
part of this thing. It makes it great because pork is, like this is fairly meaty. It's not a lot of fat, but the fat stuff shrinks quite a bit.
Do you think pork is the other white meat?
I think it's the magic animal. We're going to take the mirepoix.
yeah.
And
so,
what is mirepoix?
Wait, what
So
is
the
your-
base.
Are you
the-
named after Mirepoix?
No, I'm not.
That is actually a good question,
One.
Sam.
Maybe I
Thank
should
you.
start telling people that.
First one.
So
The first good question.
Oh my god.
is onions, celery, and carrots, and so and that gives a lot of.
Into the lens.
Look at the
Not as easy as you think it is, asshole. Go
fucking
ahead, talk to the camera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I can. All right.
Look at that.
So
Explain to me how you cut a leek.
Yeah, so leeks are grown in really sandy soil, and because of the structure of how they're grown of the plant, you'll see if you open it up. We've cut a long section down it.
Open it up. I just want to help.
Play a sad song about wanting to help.
I just want to help Mira. Cut that shit up. Cut that shit up.
Cool. So you slice those down the middle.
Slice these down the middle.
Sam, do you know why he's washing them like that?
Sometimes with leeks they get lots of sand up in it. And you gotta wash them thoroughly or else you'll get sand in your face. And in your face is what I mean when you are all over me and you're kissing me and you're loving me like a mole.
Alright, so I've given you an onion.
Yep, I've given you an onion. Yeah.
Put some bay leaves in there.
And some bay leaves.
And some thyme.
And some thyme.
And then I think we can put at least 2 or 3 inches of water on top of that.
Inches of water, baby, up in your shit.
And then I'm gonna do a mirepoix for the base.
Mirepoix. For Mira. Would you eat one of those now?
I would.
Eat it.
They're assholes. I'll eat it. Oh, that sucks.
I'll have a piece.
Oh, it's good.
Oh, it is
That's
good.
salty, wonderful.
I don't need to be hungry to eat this.
No. We're gonna put the vegetables in. Quick cook that. Put the rest of the meat back in. Put the beans. Put the stock. Put it in the oven.
Set it and forget it.
And then have some wine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not a bad idea.
We just seared the pancetta. We took it out of the pan, and now we're putting in the pork, and we're cooking that a little bit. Now we're not trying to take the pork and cook it all the way through. We're just trying to sear it a little bit in the pan when it's really hot. We're going to take that out in about 3 minutes. We're going to put it in with the beans, cook the vegetables, and then put everything in together and put it in the oven.
That was great.
That's good. Here, you need this. There's no wine.
Damn it.
Matt.
You know what's so great about Mira? She's so skeptical right now. I can see it on her face. She's so having
Matt, if I was gonna piss in this recipe, would this be a good time?
Well, it wouldn't be a bad time. I mean, so the next step after cooking the meat is to take the vegetables and cook them in the pot with the meat juices and the oil. We're going to add everything together after those have sautéed. Put it all in one giant thing. Add the stock and then throw it in the oven and let it set for a few hours.
Matt, what's your preferred method of making love to a woman?
So we finished browning the meats, and so we've taken all of them out, and we're left with a little bit of grease and meat residue.
And you've added some stock.
I added a little bit of stock to just deglaze the pan just a hair so it doesn't stick. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add the leeks and the onions. We're going to cook those for about 3 or 4 minutes on high, maybe a little bit more until they turn translucent. We're going to add the celery, and then we're going to add the carrots.
If I were cooking this, I would hit those leeks and onions with a little bit of salt. When do you start?
Well, I mean, it's funny because a lot of this stuff, because of the smoked meats and everything else, it has a ton of salt. I mean, the pork had a little bit of salt. I mean, I can hit it with a little bit of salt.
Should I pick this up off the floor and throw it in? Or no?
Yes.
No.
Matt, introduce who we brought over from the bar.
So we brought Heather and Bill from the bar, and Sarah also. And also
Heather, Bill,
Sabina!
Sabina! I'm waiting.
All right,
And Brian's wife, Sabina.
My wife,
Yes.
and your wife.
And my wife, Sarah, yes.
All right.
But you guys don't share a wife, just to be specific.
Not yet. Here we are taking it out.
Oh, easy with your back there.
Oh, I got it. I'm not that old.
Let's see it.
Ooh.
Turn off the oven.
Does that look right, Matt?
I don't know, Sam. How does that look to you? It looks pretty good to me.
It looks a little burnt.
You think so?
Man.
Oh.
What does glory hole mean? You know what glory hole means. Where's the sausage, man?
It's in there.
Matt and
Are we out of forks? There
Mira.
might be more in the dishwasher.
Delicious.
It's so wonderful.
It's amazing. Amazing.
It's meaty.
No,
but it is really tasty. Beyond meaty. Like it's beyond
meaty.
taste.
It's tasty.
Right. It's not just meaty.
It is very good. I have to say, Matt. You
Really great.
You did a great job.
This is fucking great, actually. Phil, you want some of this?
I'm eating it.
Lovely.
Does anyone have a dish? I had a runny nose until I tasted your Cassoulet. And it made me feel like everything was just okay. I'm gonna leave that part out. No,
That's all right. I'm just working with you here.
I appreciate it.
Keep going.
Takes it so it doesn't hurt.
There was a time where I didn't think I liked duck, but I said, fuck, bigot, I really like duck. And I like fat, and I like beans, and I like carrots, and I like garlic, and I like onions, and I like it all. Cassoulet. It's got fat. It's got beans. It's got pig. It's got feelings. It's got Matt. It's got Mira. It's got production quality.
Excellent. Thanks for coming. Have a good tune in next week. That's a wrap.